Are we ready?
Girl.
We're not ready, are we? You're stretching your own jumper.
You're stretching my. Look at this.
Okay.
It's not a dress.
It ain't. Okay, it's gonna be a really short video. So basically, I was cast to be in a TV show, babe, and then I couldn't go because I had a Jamaican passport at the time. So I just thought, I've got 2 weeks off of work. Let me just go to New York on my own, venture out, live life. So we met at a networking event. And he didn't speak to me for the whole time. I didn't speak to him either, so.
Nice, let me pause this. Shed some light on the subject, okay? Because before we met, she had a great time. She had nothing but hopes and dreams going for her. I crashed a car. I totaled a car that wasn't mine. So I was working real hard the week before, trying to find solutions to the car crashing incident. And at the time of the networking event was when all of my anxiety hit me. So I didn't talk to anybody. She just happened to be in attendance. Carry on.
Okay, so how did you end up speaking to me?
So I mean, I was there like super early, like setting up before the party actually started.
Oh damn.
Yeah. And she was just there sitting on the steps.
No, it wasn't.
You were sitting on the
I wasn't sitting on the steps.
You weren't sitting, you were standing on the steps.
Okay, hold on. I was on the balcony. You know I was outside on the balcony, taking hella photos. Looking cute. Doing what I do. You're just making me sound like a creep.
No.
She was stood on the steps. What? Okay, carry on, sorry.
Yeah, nah, so I was there setting up with a company that I was working with that sponsored the event. At the end, like, yeah, we talked like a little bit, barely.
You did not speak to me. You were staring at me too much, and I was like, do you mind?
Nah.
That's the only thing.
Wow, that's not even what happened.
That is what happened.
That's what your brain told you what happened.
No, you and someone else, him and this other guy were just staring at, I don't know if there's going to be like a cut photo of like what I was wearing. Just staring at me, and I was like, do you mind? That's what happened.
That is not what happened.
His friend introduced us. That
part is what happened at the time. That's very important.
I didn't have time for him. He didn't have time for me.
Yeah, you can't say that I didn't talk to you the whole time. We took pictures together on the balcony.
No.
We all took pictures on the balcony.
Okay.
Obviously, we were downstairs.
There was like a group of us.
Yeah.
He didn't make any effort to speak to me.
I didn't.
I was busy speaking to other people.
She was talking.
That wasn't
everybody.
the intention of the.
It was not.
That wasn't the intention of the night anyway. So.
You know, and then my friend at the time, after the whole event happened, like connected us, put us on like a weird 3-way conversation that turned into.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was mad weird. But yeah, we just started talking from there, and then we hung out a couple times. Went to Color Factory after that.
And then you found out that I was staying at the Bronx. And he was like, "I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna make sure you're safe."
She goes to New York for the first time and stays in the Bronx.
I knew someone that lived there, so I was like, free accommodation, yay!
Listen, there are rules. Yeah, no, we went out a couple times. Well, we hung out a couple times. We went to Color Factory, and then we went to someplace in Dumbo with a group of our friends. After the Dumbo meeting, I guess, like when we hung out in Dumbo, then I found out she lived in the Bronx, and then I had no choice but to take her home because it's the Bronx and she's foreign and it was cold. Yeah, so look at her.
Take me home, as in make sure I'm safe, and that's it. Staying school, kids.
Make sure she was safe.
You were right. Do you want to talk about when we stopped talking? Should we talk about when we stopped talking?
When we stopped talking? Oh yeah. So after, what was it? So you left in November, right?
Yeah.
You left in November. We talked till February. End of February, just like where our heads were, we were like we were both trying to separately work through a lot of but like where our heads were, it was just like we were just butting heads and like setting each other off. It just got to the point where it wasn't really healthy talking.
Yeah, we were being
anymore.
super toxic to each other, like
for no reason.
I'd been in a situationship before and it was really bad. You had like work stuff and
I had a lot of work stuff and like a lot of personal growth I had to go through, and I had no room for a lot of extra negativity that we were like producing. So at some point in February, it just like cut the cord.
Yeah, we didn't argue or anything. We just literally just stopped talking, and it was really weird. Just really, really weird. Because normally, if I stopped talking to someone, it's like something had happened, like probably a big explosive moment happened, and then that's what ended it. But it just kind of fizzed out.
Yeah, because you know I got energy for no explosive
I didn't have
moments.
energy. I did have energy. So.
Yeah, you had bad energy. It was like I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do.
I feel like you have to be in a certain mindset to even recognize the value in other people. I had this whole. I'm still going through like some stuff, but it takes a certain maturity to be able to value the people around you at the time and separate that pain from every relationship. And I couldn't do that at the time. I was just like attacking him and being horrible to him because of some other idiot. I mean, you're not an idiot, but some idiots like business that they've done before. So yeah. And then he likes dogs. I sent him a dog meme, and then Kapawi, here we are.
Bang, boom, plow.
Just like that.
Yeah, no, it's actually funny because like I remember I would check like sporadically, just like I'm still not blocked. Okay.
You would actually check. First thing.
It was like 3-4 times, just like
I would go around saying like, I'll block you, but like in general, like if someone me up, I'm just gonna block them. I had a block list.
She would just say it.
That was like 15 people.
You know, I ain't got no problems. I'm blocking nobody.
Blocked.
Nobody.
بلوك على الفيسبوك، بلوك على الواتساب، بلوك تليفونات، بلوك انستجرام، بلوك.
Period. I think blocking people is required, necessary.
I think if I don't have any time for you and I'm not talking to you, I'm just not gonna talk to you.
No, but that's different. But if it's like toxic and like poisonous, then cut it off, block it, and that's what I was doing. But he wasn't toxic or poisonous. We just weren't getting along because we both weren't in the best places.
State of mind.
That's it really. It took a lot of growth and it took a lot of like trust, and a lot of people ask us, how do you do long distance and yada yada, but I just feel like
it, bro. Like Shia LaBeouf said,
just do it. But also, like I said to someone, don't ignore the red flags about someone. A long distance relationship is so much. I mean, relationships are really hard, but a long distance relationship is extra hard. And if you're gonna go out and take a chance with someone, make sure that that person is actually worth it, and it's not just the potential that you've put on them. You have to make sure that they're showing you like that they're worth it and they're not.
Yeah, I think it also helped that we made our own relationship before we like started our relationship.
Yeah, we talked for a long time.
Yeah, that was relied heavily on being on the phone for copious amounts of time.
Like friendship, and I don't know why guys are like, oh, I don't want to be in a friend zone. Like, it's best to stay. He doesn't agree with me, but it's best to stay in a friend zone with someone, and in a friendship capacity, then you can actually understand whether that person is trustworthy enough to go into a relationship with them. So if the person can't see that you're a potential bae, then that's it. Like, don't be upset about it. They wouldn't be able to value you if you have to like force it and be like, I want to be with you, when that person's not ready. They're not going to be able to treat you with the love that you require, right? Am I right?
100%. My only thing I would add to that is like you just gotta set set expectations. Like from the get-go, she tried to friend zone me, and I just let her know that like we're friends right now, but like when you're ready, and when our relationship gets to a place where it works, we're gonna try. Remember, kids, you miss every shot you don't take. And it took like 7.
You yeah, he was very persistent, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Didn't really pay attention to it until the friendship wasn't there, when like we had that gap. I was like, oh, Aaron would like this. I was like, oh, that's cute, let me just send it to him. And that's what happened, because there was no like prior beef. It was literally me being out of order, and you took a lot of it.
I did, and then it just got to the point
responsibility
where it was just like, that just got to a point where like the it was just like more toxic. We weren't enjoying the time that we were spending with each other, and it just didn't make sense for either one of us.
But the way I'd learned to love, like previously, was you just keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and like once you choose someone, that's it. And that's not necessarily the healthiest way to think about things. sometimes you have to cut things off, and sometimes you become that toxic person that you've been hurt by. So that's a really valid point that I had to come to terms with.
Luckily for me, I know that like if something is like not good and like it's like spreading, sometimes like time and like space is what's needed to fix something. Like super corny, but like if you let something go, and
that is corny.
It's mad corny, but like does it fit? Is it accurate in this case?
Yes, babe, it's accurate.
100%. You know, like like patience, persistence. And then she sent me a dog video. I was like,
but I was okay with like, even if he was just like tired of me, I was a lot to handle. So I was like, let me just send this to him. He would like it. And I
liked it.
And if he doesn't even care, then that's fine. Like there was no expectations or anything. It's just a video. It's just a meme. Was it a meme or video?
No, it was a video. I think it was the one with the dog peed, and it was like,
yeah.
But what was funny is that like after that it was like 2 weeks of just memes before we like sent actual words to each other.
What was that?
Yeah. I don't remember. It was like you sent me the dog video, and then I sent you like another video, and like we had like a back and forth of like memeage. But
then it just happened.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another point is when he when you tried to like shoot your shot
and it bricked,
and he wasn't disrespectful towards me. That was like something that I'd never experienced in my life. No, I don't know if it's just like a UK thing, or sometimes when you say no to a guy, you're ugly anyway, like you're lesbian, like all that stuff comes out, and it's just like, just because I said no, now you're gonna disrespect me, and it's this whole thing. But he never did that, and that really stood out to me, how he treated me when we meant nothing to each other, when we disagreed, and now like how he treats me and how I treat him.
Yeah, I think that's important. The difference between like letting yourself fall into the friend zone, because if that's not your intention, I feel like if you like kind of play there too long, then you get stuck. There's a difference between making your intentions known respectfully, and then also if you go for it and you don't like make it, like bounce back. Don't be hurt, don't be whatever. You're not gonna get everything that you want. You're not gonna hit every goal or whatever. Like if you go after something and somebody says no, life goes on.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not the end of the world.
It's not that deep.
Bigger fish.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if you'd just been like nothing.
Are you home now?
I wouldn't have been mad.
Are you home now? Get on. Enjoy the Bronx.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Gang.
4 hours on the train to make sure I was safe. Thanks, babe. Sweet. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I hope this is a short video. I felt like we were talking for a long time.
That sums it up.
Yeah. There's your answer. Yay.
Hooty hoo.
Bye.
Bang bang.
What's up with you?
Did she tell you any things about me?
She just told me how she tried to deny the fact that she liked you for a really long time.
Should we record? Let's record, and then like if we just start chatting, it's easier. Unless you're recording now.
Yeah. Clearly, it's not his first time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't.
What do we do? Wait, I got hair on my lips. Oh my god, that is literally the bane of my life. fix it. Oh my god, fix it quickly.
Oh, hush.
You're disgusting. Okay, so basically,
Take two.
okay,
Action.
we've had a few people. Let me just move my arm because I ain't holding no man down.
You're being so weird.
Okay, so it's because you ordered the pizza and I'm stressed. A couple of people have asked how we met, so here's the story. Do you want to start or should I start?
Once upon a time, and
Don't be weird. And are you yawning?
I would never.
Oh my god! Can we start again? I can't.
Yo, I low key feel
What
like the first video is gonna be where all the money's at.
Or you can use like cuts from this one because it works out. Okay. First of all,